It's happening. We're here again on a beautiful, beautiful Monday evening for a wonderful dissection. I'm your host, Just Latasha, to take you through Atlanta, season 3, episode 6, White Fashion. It's happening. What is a dissection? What is this girl even on? What is she talking about? Because I came here for a review to talk about what had happened and what we already seen and what was. Eh-eh. I am a screenwriter. I study film and I produce my own works. And I am producing a sketch comedy series this year that I also starred in, which I'm excited to release. And so I am bringing you what we had seen, what had happened, mixed with some knowledgeable filmmaking information, cinematography, directing, the directorial eye, blocking, wardrobe, color, to fully expand and dive in to the very abstract Atlanta. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I'm some kind of expert. Would I love to have been in the writer's room? Absolutely. I'm available for hire. But I wasn't. So I'm just sharing my hypothesis the way that you guys are all sharing your hypothesis. But I just want to let you guys know how I used my knowledge in film to make a hypothesis of tonight's breakdown. Cool? Got it? Yeah? Cool. This show only streams exclusively on patreon.com/justlatasha. So if you're watching this live, that means you are a patron accessing the show. What up, patrons? I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here every Monday and diving in with me. We be having a good time. But everybody catching it on the rewatch, y'all still fam. We can still hit the club. It's all good. If you're catching on the rewatch, if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, hit the like button, share. That helps me so much as a creator. Drop some comments. Let me know your own hypothesis and your own breakdowns. Y'all be hitting me on social media with the ideas. I am Just Latasha 404 on Twitter, Just Latasha on Instagram. Follow me, chat with me. Y'all be breaking it down in my DMs. Now look, I would love to use my DMs for other items. But y'all go too. Y'all be making me work, damn it. Oh my gosh. I swear y'all be making me work. And what's also exclusively available on patreon.com/justlatasha is the Live with Latasha show, which happens every last Wednesday of the month. For the $15 tier, I'm going live this Wednesday, 2 days, to discuss the biggest topics in Black culture. Megan just did that interview, y'all. Megan just did that interview with Gayle King talking about Tory Lanez, and let's chat. And what I really enjoy about doing that style of show is that my opinions be safe with y'all. Cause look, my first live with Latasha didn't agree with a lot of takes on like the Oscar slap and all of that. So I'm doing it. Okay, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it true, but I'm leaving it to be a little human. All right. At the end of the day, we just niggas. We just niggas. Let's see what we got in here tonight. What up? First comment of the night. What up, Trinity boy? What up, Damien? Remember, this is a love room. We want to see some hearts up in the chat. Period. Thank you so much, Damien. Let them know what's going on. Like button. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hi, RB. Hi, Shells. Hello. Hello. Hey. I'm on a laptop. It's taking me forever to find the heart. So Black DNA for the chat. Whatever works. Let's get it. I'm glad you're here, RB. Oh, hey, Jessica. Hey, Christian. Hello. How are you? All right, y'all. I'm just going to start off this dissection by saying I am very uncomfortable. Somebody tweeted, "Where's the discourse? Did y'all see Atlanta? Where's the discourse? Hello, Twitter." And I think we all a little scared. I don't want this beef. I didn't ask for this beef, but Donald Glover is going to put this in our lap like this. Okay, well, I'm uncomfortable because especially that Donald Glover often pulls real life sequences from Black culture into the realm of Atlanta. So the fact that The BLM, the Black Lives Matter founders, the BLM founders were, see, criticized and allegedly used the funding, the millions of dollars from the Black Lives Matter organization to fund their expensive luxury new lifestyles. One of the founders, the original founders, came out and said why she left the organization, what she didn't agree with, and the things that she's seen and sought. So that's being critiqued in this episode. DeRay McKesson is heavily scrutinized by other activists in the accusation of wanting celebrity more than actually helping Black people. And even in this episode tonight, there is a non-Black person, clearly a gay person, and a disabled activist, all acting an ass. And I hope that these characters don't allude to anyone in particular. I don't need that. I don't need that heat on me. But yeah, I think Atlanta's being very specific with the type of activists they decide to show tonight. I'm gonna leave that in their hands. I ain't getting my hands dirty. So if you guys are new to the dissection, I want to break down the color theory that is happening in the show. We usually have Black and white paired together, which of course we are having a discussion about racism. We are talking about Black versus white. And of course we have the colors red, which usually means pain, stop, caution, wound, danger, paired with white and blue for USA. But blue specifically leading to the water. Episode 1 was a foundational episode to curate the themes of every episode to follow. So when the white fishermen and the Black fishermen were in the boat and they didn't know they were drowning, with the Black fishermen being grabbed by all those creepy hands, the white men being blind and taunting him. So how are the Black characters drowning in the effect of whiteness, right? And of course we have the color yellow or gold, which is often shown. And I think this is when the characters are being their full, truthful Black selves. So it represents Blackness in its truth. Cool. We got it. We on. Let's start with our opening image. Of course, to the right, we have from episode 1, the very first shot of the season. And this shot of the road, the white lit road over the open Black sea, is foundational to how many of the episodes begin. So as we see on the left, last night's episode having a series of Black photos aligned over white sketches. And this is just inverting the color, especially after episode 4, where Black people got their reparations. Episodes 1 through 4 was about Black people sort of losing to whiteness. And then once we got the reparations, we sort of switched and inverted power. So we're seeing what it's like to have Black people use power, have access to power, and win a little bit. So this is why we have this inverted color theme right here. So we're taking off with this luxury brand, Esco, I think it was, a French white-owned clothing line, designing this urban item, colonizing and targeting Black culture. What do we call that? Raccoon fashions. For the raccoons, the sellouts. And I put the dog paw from episode 1 in the top left corner because that is also foundational. There's a way that this season is particularly using animals and creating these thematic parallels between how Black people are owned, possessed, less than human. Yeah. So the fact that this French line is making something urbanized, which is not even their style, and sort of picking their target, right? Of course, sharing that color theme of Black and white. So this fashion line essentially is exploiting the Black labor of activism to still censor and uplift themselves for this apology. And it's actually been a getcha gotcha from a lot of real world fashion houses who intentionally offend the Black community just so they can have the press of the apology. That works in their favor. The Kardashians are often accused of doing this as well. When they come out with the locks, when they come out with the dark skin, when they come out with the cornrows, they know they're going to be triggering the Black community, specifically Black women. So when we get up in arms and we're retweeting them and we're hashtagging them, free press, right? So they still get to center themselves by using our culture and our anger to feed themselves. When the businessman in this episode requests for a free item for his grandson, they sell out too fast. I know this ain't happening right now. There we go. That sell out too fast, I feel like may have a double meaning, but not quite sure. But essentially what's happening here is showing you very simply the lineage of whiteness, how you don't have to be the one asking for the free item, but you're the one that benefits from the free item that your granddaddy got you. Your rich white granddaddy got you, right? We're talking about lineage of whiteness and how that privilege carries over. So even if you're not actively being racist and actively being white and stomping on Black people, you're receiving the benefits by way of. Similar to how Marshall in episode 4 stole the cookie, or how Socks stole Al's phone, episode 5. They just can. They just can. So let's talk about the issue. Let's get to the root, okay? This fashion line made an offensive jersey called the Central Park 5. Let's just start with some real world, information here to fill in the context. The Central Park 5 was the Central Jogger case in 1989 that was a criminal case over the aggravated assault and sexual assault of a white woman in Manhattan Central Park, New York City on April 19th. And amongst the 5 wrongly jailed were Corey Wise, Kevin Richardson, Raymond Santana, Antoine McCrae, and Yusuf Salam. And it was a big story. Ava DuVernay directed a brilliant miniseries about the Central Park 5, the Exonerated 5. Was it? Did she change the name? Exonerated? I feel like I'm making that word up. But let's pay attention to the ad and how everything is placed. Why do Black people undress and the white lady got the clothes on? The white lady's in black and the Black people are in white. And of course, they're laying on a blue blanket because why? In episode 1, they are drowning. They are in and of the water. Their bodies sort of being offered in this sort of undressed nudity, right? There's something there about the fact that they're undressed and she isn't. And again, taking off from the real world events of these fashion houses. I remember when Gucci made like Black women accessories, or white models were walking around with Black women hanging from their ears, or some furniture designer was making Black people in the form of furniture. So you're literally sitting on a Black torso or a Black pair of legs. Jarring. Very, very jarring. I'm going to be honest. The beginning part, when the white designer was speaking about his design, I did not understand. But when I saw the finished product, I was like, wow. Yes. Oh, hey, Mia, welcome back. Remember when H&M did the happiest monkey in the jungle and that little beautiful Black baby, the little beautiful Black boy? Racism takes stupidity. You gotta be a special kind of stupid. Just because your jokes are bad, they're obvious, they're lazy, subpar at best. Y'all can't even be clever and racist. Y'all can't make us work for it. Y'all go. It's so y'all stupid. Yes, did y'all see that? The Black man with the bandit with the banana. Come on, bro. This is exactly what they do. So now that we understand what's going on, I want to meet my squad. Yes, here we go. No, there's another photo I want to show. Hold up one second, y'all. Look, this thing is acting up. I don't know why it don't be giving me what I want. So, as the Central Park 5 jersey causes controversy within the Black community, this fashion line hires Paperboy to join the apology circuit, right? And we can see through the color design here everything that's going on. First of all, it's a basic white tactic to align with Black people right after you offend them, right? The whole "I got Black friends, they forgive me, so why don't you?" The whole song and dance, the entire circus is just exactly what's happening. So we can see with all the stripes from the banister on the stairs that this is a cage and a trap of whiteness. We've been asking this question since we started. Can we escape this system? Can we beat this system? Can we win this game? How is it all a trap from every angle? And as you can see, Al and Ern are sitting next to blue couches. Quite literally, the white people have to descend down to get to their level in the water, right? Leaving that sinking feeling just beneath the level that white people are on, and we're beneath them. Really driving that home with the physicality of this set right here. And Al is in red, right? Even though he's trying to do good, even though he's trying to win and benefit from this system, somewhere there's going to be harm. It's coming. It's coming up. Somewhere there is going to be harm. What's really cool about the way this scene came in, the camera was sort of floating across the room, and it cuts Ern away from Al and Darius. Ern is not in this shot. And he's sitting right there. He's separated. And I remember when Wiley in the last episode just put that tiny little bit of doubt in Ern's head and like, you don't fit in the group, do you? So now that we're seeing it physically, where Ern is separated from this group, just throw hands, Wiley. You farting and all. Square up. I also noticed here how Darius is still aligned with the light. Last episode, I was questioning, is he enlightened? Does he know something that the boys don't know? Is he going to be some sort of savior to Al and the other guys? But we'll talk about that in a second, because even though he's by the light, he is still by the blue, signaling that he's still in the water as well. So keep an eye out. We're going to see what's happening. And we meet a Black woman who is voiceless. She works for this white company. She's here to assist. She's here to support. She doesn't say a word. I don't know if that was intentional, because we ain't seen a Black woman in this series in a long time outside of Van. So now that we have one who's dark skinned with her braids and she's cute as hell, she don't speak. Okay, just keep just asking questions, holding my faves to count. Okay. So here we are. Paperboy Ern aligning with this fashion company who can't pay cash, but to a charity of their choosing. So they're still not getting a Black dollar for their Black labor. They are still not getting paid. And Paperboy tries to configure a way to win. He's going to take a mile of all their clothes for all his boys, hook them all up. But what will it cost everyone in the end? Let me see what y'all down here saying in the chat. Y'all just being so patient and cute. What up, Siege? Come on in. I ain't even noticed the Nana. Hey, JC. The Black bodies on the photo ad look like they're dying, while the white girl just looks like she's dreaming. I was going to say that, but I didn't say it. I promise I was going to say they look deceased. I didn't want to say it because this is a show, and I don't want to bring no real Black triggers and traumas up in here, but yes. Yeah, I thought that too. What up, Xylent? Welcome back. Finally able to catch you live. Yeah, this episode was a doozy. A true doozy. Um, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. So I want to pay attention to how Earn is separated from the group, because while Al is getting dressed and trying on clothes and enjoying this moment, he is often shown in reflections in mirrors, often pointing to what this would mean as a split identity. So he has this choice to make. Is he going to be a sellout or a winner in this white world? And this essentially is another one of his internal wounds, is keeping it real, staying true to himself, not selling out, not having to do all the Instagram and the clout. He hates all that. He really does. So does he win? Does he use it to his advantage, or does he stay down? And a lot of Black people, when they reach a level of success, have to kind of face that. What are you willing to do to earn that position? Who do you have to betray? And does that include yourself and your people? So he says a line that I really like because he looks so good in this episode. I ain't worried about the streets. I shot niggas. You want me to make you some cornbread, Al? Sugar mama, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Paperboy, I will support your lifestyle. What's up? What's up? I'm a ride or die chick. Okay, let's go back to Earn. I'm embarrassing. I'm so embarrassing. This shot was so fire because Al is in a reflection, but Earn is sitting here existing real life, but they're separated. They're not existing in the same realm almost, right? And Earn is sort of figuring out this wound that Wiley kind of poked at. Where does his Blackness fit in? Does it fit in? And so to sort of ground that and make it more true to himself that he is Black, he's not going with this internal struggle. He advises Al on how to stay true and honest with the Black community. How does he actually serve the Black community and his dreams of doing so? Sometimes the Oreos of the Black community, we call them Oreos. Sometimes the Oreos of the Black community be going extra hard on Blacktivism because they got something to prove, because they wasn't fitting in and they was called white by other Black people, so they feel like they gotta charge ahead. So Earn asked Paperboy, "You worried about what the streets think? Earn, baby, are you?" Was that question for Al or for you, Donald? So notice in Earn's frame, he is surrounded by Black and white and he and gray, because these are the worlds that he's battling in between. He's also sitting in this white closet that looks sort of like this cage almost. Like he's sitting sort of in between all of this mess, this entrapment, right? So it's just really interesting to see, and it's really interesting to see how, without saying it and even sharing a space, they're sort of being pulled apart. Did you just touch my man with your white hand? Yes, I have two men in this show, and what about it? Yes, two pretty best friends, and what? You just touched me with your white hand. That is a joke that was made in 30 Rock when Tina Fey touched this Black woman. Shirley, somebody, I think she was on The Real. I think I'm mixing up my Black comedians. I don't know. But she was in 30 Rock and Tina Fey touched her and she goes, "Did you just touch me with your white hand?" And I will never, "Did you just touch me with your white hand?" And this reminds me of the way Van touched Tupac before he died, and the way she touched Earn before Ernest, the white fisherman, died. And so now it feels and looks like the kiss of death, that touch, that kiss of death, right? Also notice Darius is in orange. Orange is the makeup of yellow and red. Yellow being Blackness, red being wounds and harm. So will his Blackness be harmed moving forward? Also has a dog in his shirt, reminder of that dog paw in episode 1 where the Black child was harmed. And of course, the Black and white bee. where the white lesbians wanted to harm that beautiful black baby just because they felt like it. A lot. Okay. Thank you. Because I was like, who am I talking about? Cheryl Underwood. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's giving greed. Oh, because I can have two? I can't have two? Look, they live in the same house. I call that convenience. Ernie never cared about the streets child since season 1. Only thing that gives him any relatability with the streets is his baby mama stereotype. Girl, we're going to discuss Darius' side of the story. It all pissed me off so bad. We are. Yes, it be the green or hazel eyes of ambiguous blacks going hard in the paint. They got a lot, and the interracial couple girls, gender neutral, of course. The interracial couple girls, a lot of blacktivism. It's weird. I was like, Darius, don't be telling that heifer nothing. And my squeaky voice from Color Purple. So let's see. What up, Christine? Let's see. I want to talk about BLM. Oh my God, why are you making me do this? We meet Khalil, the BLM activist who's eating everything in the big house, eating in Mass's house. Now I think this is a story parallel from slavery because black people who worked in the house got caught for eating the food that was meant for the white people. When you got caught eating the food, you were watched like a hawk. That food is not for you. Or even the black people having to work in the fields who had their mouths tied up, sewn up to make sure while they were starving and working that they weren't eating what was the food that was supposed to be sold. So the fact that he's constantly eating is showing just his solidified presence in this space, right? He ain't one of us. Now I'm gonna make a big reach because I think it's fun. Why not? Let's just be wrong confidently, but I don't think I'm wrong. Here's my big reach. I have a theory about the food because food, something that's supposed to be sustenance, is directly linked to death. Let me break it down, okay? The lesbians in L'Aquarius, episode 1, that raw chicken right before they drive all those beautiful black babies off the cliff. Right? L'Aquarius saves the day, saves those other black babies. But after he eats the raw chicken, when he finally gives in, he begins to conform to good behavior and goes home. Episode 2, Van eats deviled eggs when she accidentally kills Tupac and she becomes this sort of soulless void. Then Van is eating a cherry when she gives Ern that touch of death, a little kiss of death on his hand. It's okay. Let go. Right? Marshall eats that cookie before Ernest, the fisherman from episode 1, kills himself. Marshall has his white privilege killed and murdered, right? And in this episode, this white woman is touching Darius as he's on the way to find Nigerian Jollof. So Khalil here wearing a red BLM sash. It looks like he drew on himself. I don't even think he's really in the organization. He drew it on himself. Always eating. So is death for him? Is death for other people? Is death for black people? He's apologizing on behalf of. Where is death where Khalil is in the room? Okay. So he's in red, wearing this sash, and he is not harmed. So we can look at all the ways that his actions are harmful. And who might this activist be alluding to? I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Rose, the disabled activist, singing gospel as they do for the apology tour circus. The Black activists treating these apologies like this sort of celebratory event. It's another check, another invoice, another work event. It's nothing to them at this point. How Khalil says, I haven't paid for a meal in 73 police shootings. He gains from what we so severely lose, and he's sort of celebrating, reveling in this space, how it feeds him. And so Al and Khalil, yes, Al and Khalil move from a yellow space where Khalil is truthfully speaking about how he's going to utilize his Blackness in this white space before they get on stage under a white light and begin to perform under the white gaze. I just noticed the BLM was written on a life jacket. Notice white folks were overseeing that meeting. Oh, it was given plantation. It was given plantation. And Al said Black adjacent because people need to be called out, okay? People need to be called out. They're treating, hey Amira, they're treating Ern and the crew a little like tamed animals in that space, afraid of them, but they still need them around. Which would make the dog paw make sense, which would make the raccoon make sense. That black and white animal theme. Yeah. Can we also appreciate how good Tyree looked in that suit? My God. CJ, when you're right, you're right. He was leaning up on that wall. I would have hit him with the Tasha. You hungry? Khalil ain't the only one with food. What up, daddy? All right, here's what my film brain nerd is. I'm just gonna nerd out right now because this was so good and so complex, and it happened twice in this episode. Pay attention. Here we go. Breaking the 180 rule. If you're a director of photography, if you're a cinematographer, if you're a videographer, you got to know your angles, right? So as you guys are looking at me, it'll be disorienting for you guys if you see the front of me, then you see the back of me, then you see the front, and you keep flipping. What the camera wants to do, once we chose this plane, you have to stay on this side of me. So if I'm talking to somebody over here, I'm talking to somebody, you have to stay on this side of me so the audience can figure out where I am as a character in this space. But when you break the 180 rule and you flip the POV, it's quite literally what it means. A character has changed sides or changed an idea on something, changed a perspective on something. It's a story flip. You're literally on the other side of their mind. Okay? So, to the left. While he's facing the audience, facing the white audience, he has to face the question of having to sell out, right? So as we're facing the front of Paperboy, this is where he tells his truth. How do I operate space? What do I do? Is racism real? Fuck no, right? But as we flip to the back behind Paperboy, this is where Khalil steps up with our initiative. Racism will be done by 2024. And this is something that Al disagrees with. He's not going to sell out. So the front of Paperboy is where he is honest. The back of Paperboy is where things become a little distanced from his truth and his perspective. He doesn't agree. Wait till we point it out again because it's going to get a little more complicated from there. But I want to pay attention to Darius real quick. In the Sharon Stone film, the Nigerian soap opera, Down to Mimi's Restaurant. I'm sure this show and this moment without any words means so much, but here's all I can give right now. The family is playing checkers on a blue checkerboard. Of course, that means the water. And they're playing with black and red game pieces, right? What harm is coming to Blackness in the world of being Black? How does the water drown them? What danger comes to them? Now, I think there's something with this Black woman in the white dress and her fainting and her being laughed at. There's something there. Let me know in the chat. But there's so much more I want to get to in tonight. But Darius notes that this film is called Sharon Stone. And I just wanted to like look it up on Google and see why would they pick that name. Something that sort of stuck out to me, may not apply, but I think it fits for tonight. That Sharon Stone, the actress, was primarily always playing roles of this femme fatale who like is a mysterious taker. Once you meet this sort of woman, your world, she causes chaos in your world. She stirs you up. She fucks you up without even having to touch you. That's a Sharon Stone. So just let's think about who here could be this sort of femme fatale, who could possibly fuck this world up because she felt like it, right? Because on film, in that Nigerian film, the Black woman fainted. I wonder if that visually is supposed to feel like a death of sorts happening here in Mimi's restaurant. And of course, this woman that takes Darius to lunch is surrounded by the color red. It's giving danger, 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 danger. But what was so beautiful about this scene was that in this restaurant owner's presence, in Mimi's presence, he found home. He found love. The way he calls her auntie with such admiration, the way he shies and shames when she presses him about having visited home. The way he finds his likeness and familiarity with his Nigerian heritage and the food and how he was looking forward to it. So we questioned, I think it was episode 2, the color of Darius's hair this season because it's blonde. And Mimi asked him about that. She calls it weeboo, white. Why is your hair white? But she also has this blue and orange turban on. So her and Darius are sort of sharing the same colors. She has a yellow dress. Darius has yellow hair. She has the orange turban. He has the orange sweatshirt. So it's all sort of this muddling of maneuvering Blackness under whiteness and how that can be affected by white people being around, right? But remember that we are in Europe, okay? And the fact that Darius and Mimi are connecting in this way, using their language, they are they're outcasting this white woman in her own home, in her own country. She is othered. You know they don't take too kindly to that. You know they don't take too kindly. And Mimi refers to Darius as Rivers Boy. He's from the River State. He's from the water. So just when I thought Darius may have been able to escape all of this, just when I thought maybe he was different, maybe he's the shining light that'll get these guys out of this, baby, he in the boat. I thought he was exempt. I thought he wasn't going to get hit. He is in the boat and he's sitting quite literally underwater. He's sitting under 2 frames that are pointing to water right above his head, drowning. That woman visually pairing as the fisherman with the white lights heading over her. The white supremacy op. And she, don't miss it. She says it in her dialogue. I hate fish. While also recognizing how this restaurant, Mimi's restaurant, has a lot of growth potential. Yeah, but for who? She left that part out. She left that part out. Okay. Let's see. We know he lied. We know he lied. Did anyone get a very sterile and hospital vibe from that conference, or was it just me? No vibes in there. No vibes in there. Did y'all notice that sis literally said not one line, but mouthed an audible hi? She also had on the same outfit that Ern had on. What's up with that? I didn't notice that. Ooh, I didn't notice that. Ooh, let's see. Let me dive into this chat. I love Nollywood movies. My stepmom always watches them. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. We're going to get to DeMarc. Go to Marcus. Go to Marcus. We're going to get to him. We're going to get to him. Look, we cannot have the Diaspora Awards tonight, y'all. We cannot. All love, all black love. All black love. As a Nigerian, I love that Darius is Niger. Look, I need to I need to expand my wings. I need to go out where y'all at. I need to go visit y'all home. Yes, he's in a boat. Danger, danger. Get out the boat. The colonizer's right there. Say it. Danger. Darius keeps running into these kind of villains, accidentally exposing the things that he loves to danger. Wow. That's what he did to Van too, huh? And that's what he did to the Asian woman. Wow. Let me think about that. But wow. Wow. Every show y'all say something that knocks me off my goddamn feet. It's incredible. A death angel? Let me think about it. Give me a second. Let me wrap my mind around it. I gotta wrap my mind around it. Oh my God. I'm shooketh. Okay. So I want to come back to another 180 rule break because this one is really fucking good. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, there's levels to this. There is levels to this because Al is wearing a shirt that says not fake, but it says fake on the front, not on the back. So let's break this all down. If we are facing the front of Al, this is his truth. So, number one, the fake is pointing directly to these black activists. Y'all fake. That shirt is for you. Boom, bow. But also, Al sort of changes from I don't care about the streets, I'm gonna get mine, I'm gonna take what they got, to using Ern's advice in the beginning, something that he originally rejected, to pitch to this group of activists. So he's sort of pretending that this initiative to help black people is his idea. So he's being fake, but he's being real enough to honor his cousin's goal and doesn't use it for himself. This is why we're pointing in the front POV, right? Also, this take the black dollar, invest in black businesses, to take the black dollar. Issa Rae did this in 2020. Shout out to the God, shout out to the Queen. Issa Rae did this with her Amex initiative, and she was making all these little shorts that displayed all these black businesses in LA, and she was using her Amex card to shop with them and promote them. Issa been there, done that, hun. I'd be so proud of her. I love her so much. Okay. So now we get to the back of Al where the shirt says not, right? This is not a perspective that he aligns with. This is not representative of his truth. Activists, as we turn the attention to them, are using this opportunity to completely serve himself, what Paperboy was on in the beginning. He's not there no more, which is why he's opposite facing them. This is not how he feels. Also, if we look to the right, where he's sitting under this window pane, sharing Ern's idea, don't it look similar to actually trying to utilize his white cage for Black benefit and not just himself? He is not fake like y'all niggas. Okay? He is sitting in his cousin's cage, which I thought was very interesting. And the Black assistant here, frustrated with these fake ass activists, hands Al some power, and this is where we hear her voice. Look at us. Look at us. Al will decide. Y'all can be quiet. Al will decide. Since you don't move in on my man. Don't move in on my man. Okay. These Black activists are keeping this charity money to themselves. Even when someone offers maybe a sensitivity training, maybe we can actually start changing. Scrapped. And DeMarcus ain't Black. No DeMarcus. No DeMarcus. Nigga don't sound right coming out your mouth. It really irritates me when people incorrectly deliver nigga. It's in your blood. There's no reason why it's not enunciated correctly coming out your mouth. When you can't say nigga, when you can't say it, oh, that's a telltale sign. That is a telltale sign. But this actor was so damn funny. You don't want to that was such a crazy actor's choice and delivery. He is so funny, but essentially Al goes from the streets to saying y'all full of shit. He ends up at critiquing these activists, saying the streets saying y'all ain't full of shit, when he used to feel like I don't care what the streets say. So we remember how Ern's internal wound was trying to be valuable to his family. So even when Ern is absent, Al is bringing his value to the room. So even if we see Ernest, the white fisherman, commit suicide and kill himself, here Ern lives without even having to be in the room. He lives, which I thought was very beautiful. Me too. It's real strong, Damien. It's real strong. She did. White people are not going to fund their demise. Message. It's how that tag along was able to get close enough to steal from them, and now that white lady was able to steal from that business owner. Both times Darius was the way in. Oh, we're talking about Darius here. All right, let's hold it. Okay, we're moving forward. So Van still has no soul. I don't know what's happening to her. But essentially off of that episode 4, Black reparations, Black people are banding together to stop a wild Karen in the midst, threatening her to call the police, banding together to protect themselves and them having the power. Ern finagling his way into a free hotel room, essentially stealing a cookie, right? Swindling his way into something free. Using that power. Was Ern using a white accent here, right? And I noticed he's in green. It's something up here. Where they shoot and scare the Karen off. Ern is using a white accent, but he's doing it to a Black man who's giving him power and refuge and safety and protection. So I wonder what that was, because again, he's battling the black and white worlds, particularly in his inner wound. So something's happening here. But let's get back, because we're talking about Darius, the white woman named Sharon Stone, the femme fatale who killed Mimi's restaurant. Just as Paperboy is trying to sell reinvest back in your hood with the French clothing line, Mimi sold her restaurant. Reinvest in your hood. Even the breakdown of the color of the van. The top of the van is white, aka white hood, as she operates inside of a black vehicle, aka inside of black culture, right? This red flame bringing destruction to what was Mimi's recipes, true, authentic Niger cuisine. And remember in our last episode, all of the smoking, and I said fire is coming to battle water. Fire is coming to like sort of offset water. I even included Wiley to the left, having that cigarette that he doesn't even smoke. Socks having that cigarette. The flame is coming to destroy, right? Along with water or against water. There's something with fire here happening. Even the green title of the restaurant, The Taste of Nigeria, okay? Yellow, blackness, blue, water, drowning, how she's drowned it out with this new styled food truck. So even if we reinvest in the hood because Mimi made her money, that's still a loss for us. Like, it's great that Mimi made money, but we lose. And Darius is disconnected once again from her come up. Like where is truly the benefit in all of this? I wouldn't want to be working in a restaurant. I would like a bigger check to do whatever I wanted with my life instead. But then think about all the loss that follows that. Just the way Paperboy is connecting to this fashion company, he's gaining access to, white luxury, but he's by mistake harming so many black people with this fake apology and this, even when he's trying to do good with the activism, how they're twisting his words and reutilizing it to censor and save themselves. Like, can we win this game? The question that we've been asking for so long. We're all from some hood. AKA hitting them over the head with the "we all from Africa." Okay. Really serving that double entendre. And the white people saying we're all from some hood, knowing who wears these hoods. I feel like it's so many layered meanings the way they're phrasing their words. Like Christine said in the chat, this is what Khalil says to Al. Why would white people fund their own demise? What do they actually fund? Our demise. Fashion, food, fishing. They're funding our demise. That's not business, that's charity. A space that the Blacktivists used to steal for their own self-interest and their own gains. That's not business, that's charity. Why would you give our money to the Red Cross? We ain't never gonna see a dime. It's charity. It's theft. Across the board, in and out. Even Khalil's sweater looks like that road. The white road over the Black Sea. Khalil's gone. He's good and gone, baby. He's done. He's done. Because Van's acting up. She was stealing the African statues, and we're going to talk about it in a second. She was stealing the African statues. She was pushing white people in the water. Touch and earn. But why not? Y'all owe her that wig. Out of everything she had to lose, y'all can't run her a free wig. She's going to take it. But I said she took it the way y'all do. Hey, you stole that cookie. What? My granddad stole that cookie. I didn't steal that cookie. Well, guess what? Now I'm still the wig. In a perfect world, that would happen every time, but we know the opposite happens usually. Yep, she played Darius to get all the info to start her own business and stole from Mimi. But it's something really like legal about the way she did. Like she paid her. But it's so insidious, all the things that encompass her wanting this recipe, her colonizing this recipe. Because usually what a lot of white people do as well, they'll just build their restaurant across from yours until you lose business and can't afford to stay open. That's really what a lot of them do. So there's something still legit in the way she's going about harming Mimi and Darius's connection, and he loses again. Oh, hold on, let me see. Mimi didn't sell her restaurant. The white woman went to the owner of the building and pushed Mimi out. Did it? I was thinking that too. I was like, did she really buy her out? Because it happened so fast. She bought the building and pushed Mimi out. That makes more sense. I'm confused too now. Did Mimi sell her restaurant? I think she was renting and was pushed out. And then Sharon made it sound legit. That makes more sense. I didn't get that Mimi sold the restaurant. The woman said the landlord's been dying to sell the place. Good catch, y'all. Good catch, y'all. Okay. I was thinking about that part. I was like, it's a win, but then she like loses everything, but she lost everything. Okay. I think because the shot was just facing the doors of the restaurant, I didn't imagine it was the building, but okay. That makes more sense. See? See? Yeah. Okay. Dang, y'all. From brick and mortar to a mobile food truck, gentrification and appropriation literally uproots our foundation. And even the visuals, even like how the truck appears versus all the life and culture, all the trinkets in Mimi's restaurant, like they make it so bland. All the new gentrified builds in the hood, they're just like all these weird little Lego blocks. No flavor, no taste, no culture, no style, no life. It's taken. Maybe she sold reluctantly. Gentrification has been a real issue for some business owners in parts of London because rent rates have skyrocketed, becomes unsustainable. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, let's finish up here. Let's go back to Van because there's some parallels here that I think matter, but I would love to put like a solidified button on it. I would love to just know what's going on because I think when I saw Van in her robe dancing and kissing on Ern, lifeless like, her white robe reminded me of sort of like this quilted pattern that Laquarius wore when he gave up and went back home. He really just gave up and went back home. And when Ern awakes alone and there's those window panels looking like that white road over the Black Sea, right? Feeling haunted, feeling sinking, Van sort of feeling like this ghost, even whether or not she's in the room, it feels like she's left. She's a ghost of herself. She's a ghost in this space. So I'm not sure what's going on, y'all. I'm sure y'all will let me know your ideas in the chat. I really want an answer. I want a closer look and an answer on Van. She's so absent. She's so absent. Before I finalize these comments, thank you guys for joining my Patreon, my live show every Monday, 6 p.m. EST, only on patreon.com/justlatasha. I'm also on social media, twitter.com/justlatasha404 and justlatasha on Instagram. And this Wednesday, the last Wednesday of the month, as every month, I am doing Live with Latasha, a live show breaking down the big topics of Black culture. So we're definitely talking about this Meg and Tory case. We're definitely talking about this Meg interview with Gayle King. Do not miss it this Wednesday, April 27th, 7 p.m. EST, right here, patreon.com/justlatasha. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thumbs up. Share the video, hearts in the chat, give a love room. But do y'all have any final takes on Van? Me either. I'm scared for Van. I hope she isn't a ghost. Yeah, I think Van is allowed to just float through this experience and figure herself out. I'm not sure that the show is saying this, but what I imagine right now, my ideas may change later as the show reveals more information, is that Black women are so silenced, Eniola, unprotected, harmed, hurt, deserted, that maybe opting out is her saving herself. Like the way the Black hands grab the Black fisherman, and I always pose the question: is that salvation or harm from his ancestors? Were they saving him away from that white fisherman as he was drowning? And so, is being a ghost the salvation? Because she just lets it all go. Whatever conflicts happen, she just lets it all go. And if she wants something, she's just gonna go take it. I'm just gonna have it now. Thanks. So I think that's where I'm feeling. Because when she's present, she's not happy and conflicted. She's stressed out. Now she's chilling by not caring about a goddamn thing. But I'm scared for my girl. I'm scared for my girl. I know Darius just loves flowing and vibing with everyone he meets, but I'm gonna need him to stand up. Stand up. Maybe what happened with Mimi will wake him up to others' possible intentions. So maybe that's where the enlightenments can sort of come in for Darius. Like, yeah, you aloof and riding cool for way too long. We're gonna need you to make a decision soon. Is you gonna do something? Does something have to affect him in such a way where he decides to get active? I want to see active Darius. Put that Gucci sweater back on, my man. Stop playing. He cold outside. Hearts up in the chat. Hearts up in the chat. The title is an oxymoron within itself. They don't have any type of fashion, culture, ideas, originality. All they do is steal and take credit for everything. We are all from some hood. It actually made me uncomfortable when Paperboy started rapping some hood. I was like, ew, stop performing for them. I hate it. I feel like ever since Van watched Tupac die, maybe watching him die was an allegory for her loss of self spiritually. Whoo! Thank you guys so much. DNA. Next week is called Trini to the Bone. Really? Oh man, I'm excited too. Ern keeps seeing her as someone he needs to save, and I'm not sure. And I don't think she's. Hold up. And I think she's not being allowed to just live in field. Sometimes not being okay is the move. She's on her Darius, just vibes. Trading places. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I will be live again on Wednesday. If you're on YouTube, thank you for the rewatch released every Thursday. And I'll be back next week for another live on Atlanta, episode 7, y'all. 6 p.m. EST, patreon.com/JustLatasha.